Are you sitting there thinking, crikey, all this uncertainty in the world today, what has 2023 got in store for my business? First thought is probably it's not looking good. Most business owners are focused on the negatives of the factors that they cannot control that are pushed in our faces every day. For instance, supply chain issues, European wars, inflation, energy prices, and interest rates. These are swamping us all. So what happens if you turn this thought around into a more positive spin? How can I get all these factors to work for me and my business and double my profits for 2023? Stay with me to learn how the following factors can assist you in achieving just that. Now, don't get me wrong. No one has said it would be easy, but by adopting these approaches, they may pay you in the long run and get you to achieve those bottom line figures you've been dreaming of. So set clear goals and targets for figures you want to achieve. First of all, you've got to have a clear target and goals of what you want to achieve through setting the correct figures. If you are someone who just goes from year to year and not knowing your figures correctly, then you may never achieve increasing your income by following out the following approaches suggested. Now, by knowing your figures is by knowing what your usual annual turnover, costs, and profit figures are. It would also help if you know your monthly figures breakdown as well. Without this knowledge, you will not know what target you will need to aim for. If you're not confident in this area, and most people are not, then there are various online softwares that can assist in this. If not, this is something that you can discuss with your accountant. Here at Cunningham's, we often set budgets and review management account figures with our clients, so they know where they are at throughout the year. So you've probably heard it all before. The easiest way to increase your profits is to cut costs. Well, we all know it's not as easy as that. If so, we would all be increasing our profits without much thought process at all. But actually, as a person in business, you need to make sure you're always thinking, you are the one responsible for your business. You are the one in control. No one else can take the blame when it's not going how you want it to. Now, if you're looking at the costs, work out the ones that you can potentially try and reduce. The direct costs of your business, these you may not want to reduce, as this could jeopardise the quality of your product or service you are delivering. The indirect costs that could be reduced slightly could make an impact on your overall costs. For instance, look at those direct debits you're paying out for. Are they really needed? Do you know what they're for? Or changing a phone or internet contract, reducing paper wastage, for instance. Light and heating costs, if you're not in a fixed term contract, is increasing for everyone. Therefore, in the present economic climate, it may be proven that it is not worthwhile switching providers, as the costs rise more and more and most of the companies cannot compete with each other. Now, the one cost you may not want to consider reducing is your marketing budget, as this may have an impact on your business in the future. The way to possibly look at this cost and ask, is this marketing actually working for my business? Or is it money tied up in a wasted exercise? If so, then look at a different marketing strategy. By knowing the figures will enable those targets to be met, so know your turnover and ensure you can explain variances that may occur. Also ensuring what turnover target you would like to reach. By knowing the figures of things like gross profit and net profit margins, these can be analysed and this can be looked at in line with industries that are like your own in order to know what you should be aiming for too. Again, if you're not comfortable in this, then your accountant can give training and advice in this area. Now, it is important that you're realistic in this approach and try not to set yourself up for a fail. If you're positive from the outset, it may be more achievable and less demoralising in the whole process. A positive thought process and attitude will assist you in your personal and business life. Therefore, this will accentuate through to your customers and acquaintances. Remember, also that you cannot control the uncontrollables. Only focus on the things you can, otherwise you'll be worrying about things that can never be changed. Win more clients. I hear you again say that's simple, but is it? How many of you tried to do this and it's not been achievable? Now, I'm not saying if you win 50% more business, that'll increase your profits by 50%. How easy is it that you can gain more clients? Firstly, you need to define what your ideal client is. There's no point winning all these new clients and they're not your ideal client that you want to work with. Also look at your marketing strategy and see if it is actually working. If not, then readdress how you carry out your marketing, whether there is a different social media platform to use, different method of marketing, or a different time scale. How about the leads you get for potential new customers? Do you have a method of what you do to follow this up? If you hear nothing back from your email or phone call, is it that you get in the mindset, another one lost to someone else? Oh well, never getting that one. I used to think this, especially if you have only one means of a way of contacting that potential new customer. You never know whether they actually received that email or not. You can put a delivered and read receipt on there, but most people will ignore the option of stating yes to a read receipt. Also, what if it was delivered but went into their spam box instead? You can adopt different approaches that suit your business. However, I've adopted a slightly different approach recently and it worked, and I picked up a new client through doing so. I emailed our proposed services and fees across to a prospect after our meeting. The director was going on holiday for a week, so I knew the response would be delayed, and he stated to send it whilst he was on holiday as he would pick it up on his return. I knew that he would have hundreds of emails to go through, so waited for a week to pass, and as it was the final week before the Christmas break, I emailed him and wished him, his team and his family a Merry Christmas and to wish them all well on their festive break and that hopefully we would catch up in the new year. His response was to wish me the same and to say that he would like to take up my offer of the proposed services and fees. Now, if I'd adopted my previous approach, this may never have happened. Now, I'm not saying on every response you will get 100% success rate, but this is one fee I may never have got, and by just sending a very simple short email, it worked and didn't take much of my time at all. By using simple follow-up email could increase your client wins. If for whatever reason the simple follow-up email did not work, then have you thought about using an unusual subject on the email and being different to all the other emails? For instance, lion taming. You could draft up a funny email referring to I know you've been too busy taming those lions to think about anything else and hope that you're winning at it. If you are losing, then the reason you haven't responded to my email is because you've lost your head to a lion when the taming went wrong. If you'd like to respond to the email with either A, yes, lost my head to a lion and there's no coming back, B, no, I haven't lost my head but do not wish to pursue another difficult taming session with you, or C, I do want to pursue that contract with you, give us a call to sort. The other easier option to have new customers on board is people are looking for the easiest and quickest option, as time is precious to everyone nowadays. So I've seen a lot of businesses add a WhatsApp link to their websites and social media platforms. That way, someone can drop you a quick message to get the communication between you both going. Just remember here though, that you need to set boundaries and timescales with these, as if you do use WhatsApp, people automatically assume you're available 24/7 and expect a response straight away. So remembering your work-life balance is crucial with this method. Cross-sell more. Do you cross-sell already? How have you found it? If you don't cross-sell, is there any particular reason why you haven't? Now, how many of you have been on a website and a pop-up appears with a different or similar product from that business? At some point in time, we have all clicked on that other product, see what it is about, or it has heightened your interest in something else. Now, I appreciate it doesn't always work, and sometimes these are random items, but we've all fallen guilty of buying something else from that business, so it does work, but not at 100% success rate. Some customers may appreciate you cross-selling, as they do not know what other services or products you are potentially selling. Therefore, This will highlight to them your product or service range that is beneficial to them. They may feel more understood as a customer if you present things and could potentially save them time from shopping around to other companies. Although it should increase earnings, it will provide you with extra value to the customer and possibly promote loyalty from the customer as well, as they will see that you are trying to assist them in their buying journey by making it easier for them to shop in one place. Now, cross-sell may mean more profitable items can be sold as well, therefore fixed costs may not increase. This means an easy sale without too much cost implications. You do have to be careful with cross-selling, as it does come with some disadvantages. You do need to make sure you have a clear and concise plan on how this will work for you and know your customer, otherwise it will just fail. Now, before we move on to the final strategy, I hope you're enjoying the video so far and it's given you the incentive to grow your profits in 2023. If you have adopted any of the approaches already discussed, please comment below and let us know about your journey in 2023 and the results you're experiencing so far. Alternatively, if you have a different approach and how that is working for you too, please do comment as well. We'd also really appreciate if you could click the like button below, and if you want to see more of our videos, please do hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified whenever we release a new video. It really helps us know that you like what we're doing and tell YouTube that other people could also benefit from this video. Thank you so much. Now, change your price. Did I really say that? Change your price in such an uncertain climate at the moment of all the negativity that has been highlighted at the start of this video. Never think about decreasing your prices because of the things you cannot control yourself. With the mindset, if I decrease my prices, I will get more customers. If you do, what kind of customers will you attract? Don't get in a price war with your competitors either. Think what else you have to offer your customers that your competitors don't. Your thought process now, I would imagine, is I cannot increase the price, it will upset all my customers and I will lose them all. So think about it in a different way. For instance, when was the last time you increased your prices? Do you know if you've ever lost customers due to the price of your product or service? If you can't remember when the last time was, and to the best of your knowledge that you haven't lost customers, then this should give you more of an incentive to address your prices. Now, I'm not saying increase all your prices overnight and let's see what happens. I'm really not saying double your prices in order to meet your goal. This will definitely lose you customers. It's all about your mindset and confidence in what you are offering as to how you think you will reach your goals and what pricing strategy to adopt in order to raise those prices. If you think about it, people tend to buy on value, not price. Hence, value pricing is the way forward to assisting businesses grow. Look at the large companies around us. How many of you have an Apple, iPhone or iPad? Look at the technology market. Apple is probably one of the most expensive brands there is. However, the brand is well known and we think by buying this, we get more value for our money due to the technological advances they have. However, we may not use all these functions, so what is the point in having the latest model? It's just the perception of value we get from all the latest marketing, etc. that they provide. On a smaller scale, I usually buy 95% of my clothing from a local clothing boutique. This is due to the service I receive from the boutique. I generally do not like going shopping for clothes, especially down the high street, as there is not much choice in shops and I've found that I never usually find what I want and I run out of time. The boutique I use knows my style, what I generally like and the colours I tend to go for, as well as my size and shape and what works for me. If I choose a particular piece of clothing and it doesn't fit me correctly or just doesn't look right at all, they will tell me and be honest, as they are all about you liking the outfit you have chosen and to not just buy and never wear it at home, because chances are you may not go back and repurchase. I could potentially buy clothes from a different shop, which could be cheaper and save me a few pounds. But actually, that shop will not know me and what I like. So I don't mind spending extra money on clothes, as it has saved me time and the outfits I buy, I know I will wear. It's more of a personal experience at the boutique, and that gives you value. That I can get most of what I need to fill my wardrobe in one shop, save me time and effort, and putting the enjoyment back into clothes buying again. I'm an ideal customer to them, as they know I'll not leave the boutique without a purchase. The ideal customers will pay more when they think they're getting more. By giving that personal service, it increases sales. So as I mentioned previously, define your ideal customer and build your value from there. Make sure you identify what your ideal customer wants and don't just offer anything, as the more you understand your customers, the better the buying experience is for them. Whether this is through managing their perception of what you are offering, or you give more for their purchase, draw on the emotion of the quality of your product or service. This will give value that you are offering, how that will make them feel purchasing your product, the benefits they will have. Even good testimonials of the item will give all good emotions. You don't tend to see advertising campaigns where people are unhappy. Try and think outside the box for adding your value, as you do not want a default strategy to do the same as everyone else. By all means, research your competitors, but try be different. Now, if you raise your prices and add value for even a small price increase, customers will not change their buying decisions based on a small price change. By doing this process, it should stamp out the disloyal customers, as you need to avoid the price buyers, as these will always continue to move around and buy from others when there is a lower price involved. If you have faith in your quality of your product or service, your customers will do too, and they will be long-term customers. Now, once you've decided on your ideal price, revisit that price each year, as small increases should take place each year as long as your quality and value does not falter. So there you have it, some great approaches to doubling your profit in 2023. Value pricing is a very large subject, and there is so much to discuss regarding this subject, so it's only been discussed in a relatively short manner, but we believe if you adopt some of these approaches, you will see your profits increase in 2023. We'd love to hear some of these approaches have worked for you, so please comment below with your results or any comments regarding the various approaches. Let's see what success stories we can see for 2023. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has been useful to you, and remember, sometimes just one thing is all it takes. See you soon.